Berlin, 1933. Composer Sam Goldberg is in love with actress Lily Meinhardt. Rather than tell her this outright, he decides to pour his affection into writing her a tone row. Lily arrives for her regular singing lesson, and it soon becomes apparent that she loves Sam. Taking his preoccupation with music as disinterest, she decides to take things into her own hands. Who knows? We could even make love.
Sam!
Lily, you're early.
Oh, if it's awkward, I can call back later.
No, come in. Yes. Can I take your coat?
Thank you.
Have you been practicing hard?
Yes.
How have you been coping with your music history?
Not bad. I'm having a bit of trouble getting to grips with the romantic movement.
Oh. Anyone in particular?
Schubert?
Try his Die Schöne Müllerin. It's quite invigorating.
Really? I must take it to bed with me.
Anything else?
No.
Well, let's make a start.
How about a drink?
Before we sing? Maybe a big glass of water.
Lovely.
Right, first some scales, I think.
What else? I beg your pardon?
An augmented fourth arpeggio, like this.
Again, please. Hear my proposition, drop the composition, reach my heart tonight. The operetta, let's do something better. Gotta have paper and see fun, honey, just unwind. Need to
l'amour, aka Levi Goldberg, Sam's gay brother. Moving away from the increasingly violent and bigoted Nazi regime, Sam, Levi, and Lily find themselves on board the SS Montana bound for New York. For the harbour show, they have to make changes. Changing their names, their act, and their image in pursuit of a free life in America.
I'll go and see the captain in half an hour. I'll see you on the constant deck in a few moments. You better get changed and ready for rehearsal. You might change his mind if he doesn't like the show.
Oh, Sam,
Yes?
I love you. I'm moving with the changes. No more doubts about how it will end. There is no turning around. Now I've found all I need to survive. The man that I love to adore me, and new way of life lies before me. I don't plan to let the good times pass me by.
I'm moving with the changes. Who would guess I'd be dressing in tails? They call me a fool if I play by the rules. I'll survive. Just think of the hearts I'll be breaking with these turnabout steps that I'm taking. So it's so long, let's give me a try.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the night that we approach New York Harbor, the SS Montana is proud to present, from Paris, France, Mr. Lee
Right, can I ask the writers to stand up and take a bow? Adrian Colburn and Paul Vale. I thought a very spirited performance by our students there. Vivian, what did you think?
Well, I have to go back to my notes. As everybody knows, this composition was made, dedicated to me. And the one thing I long for, pray for, and I'll go into later, is for their success. So what I say now, apart from feeling very ill, what I say now is really based on what I saw. And I always enjoy any musical is better than no musical. The musical as staged by Martin Connor is a great deal better than when I heard the track. I really have just two prejudices. It was all done years and years ago now, you will remember, in the opening scene of Bittersweet by Noel Coward, with Piggy Wood and George Metaxa. Don't suppose any of you know that scene, do you?
Yes.
Now, Sarah, listen please, play a scale for me. Then they sang the song, then he said, now play another scale for me, song, and then Noel, who was really clever at stagecraft, went into his tune, and it was melody. That is the trouble. I don't think you can teach the audience too much at a time. And I really find, and this is based on a certain amount of experience, I find that backstage musicals are always difficult unless those by A.L. Weber.
Charles, will they have to make a lot of changes to make this one?
I actually rather like this one. I heard the tape of it earlier. I think it's got a big ambitious plot, and I did begin to get interested in the characters, and it goes from the 30s to the 1980s, I think. And I think it's got a bit of, I don't think it's a particularly commercial show, but I think it's got a lot going on in it, and I think there's a lot of promise in it.
Tim?
Yes, I think it's stronger than the first one. It certainly has a more popular appeal, or far more popular potential appeal, I think. I'm always a little wary, as Vivian was touching on, of shows or songs within shows. I'm sure that the public like that as much as the writers think they do. But having said that, this was a good song within the show, and the fact that the action both moves quite a way in time and in place is a big plus. So I think pretty good.
Right. This was the same time as Cabaret, the musical, wasn't it? Berlin.
That's right, yes. And I think that's, I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, isn't it, though, in the 1930s, but the nice thing about this music is
it comes
takes
back up to date.
Right, up to date, and you don't quite know there's some nice twists in the plot as well.
Jonathan, any extractable songs there? You're going to rush to Barry Manilow with?
I don't know if I'd be allowed to. I don't think so. Actually, when I was listening to that, I was actually thinking of people who had actually managed to write songs in certainly this side of the Atlantic, in a way that really did sound authentic for the period. And quite honestly, the last person I can think of to do that was Sammy Wilson, and it's so often that the songs themselves don't seem to be original. They seem to be trying to sound a bit like something else. I think it's very difficult to do this. Quite enjoyed it.
Quite enjoyed it. It's a bit fun. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. I didn't detect any 1930 feeling at the beginning in music. It was going to be 1930. If that was Prestige of 30, it wasn't very evident to me. And I gather that the piece does go through a stretch of time.
Yes.
But what I find is that the new young writers are not really addressing stuff from a 1990 point of view. I would like to feel a bit more aged. So many ways songs are mounted. They seem to be in old-fashioned cliches. There doesn't seem to be very much experimentation. Now it's okay what Vivian was saying about the teaching of the scales within a love song. Lesson. And of course it's been done. But I'm sure there was a way to do it that is now. It feels much more original.
Thank you. Dan, what did you think?
Well, I think a little bit of wit goes a long way, and it's nice to see a bit of wit in the dialogue as well as in the song. I think, and the staging of it is very, very good, and Martin has done a wonderful job, and the students are excellent this year. But you've got to, I think, you've got to write to be staged, and credit to them for writing something that actually allows good staging, that actually gives way to good staging. Because something on the page is only something on the page. But that which is on the page, we all want to be playable. And writing something that is playable is quite a bit different to writing something that is good literature. And I actually think they've kind of achieved that. And that's credit to them there. The plot, there's an opera, I'm sure it is, musicals, so and that's another item really, whether one can go the whole way with it or not, I don't know.
Actually, I want to speak to you about something else, and to do that I want to introduce two people who I didn't introduce earlier on. They were the winners of last year's prize, and that was Stairway to Heaven. The writers are here, Tom Morgan and Kevin Mitchell. Please stand up, Tom and Kevin.